Good evening everyone and welcome back to Funchal. There is the view over to the Atlantic Ocean and the pool just in the foreground there. And here is the interior of the Olympic swimming complex here in the capital of the island of Madeira. We are here, day 4 finals are upon us for the Para Swimming European Open Championships 2024. 18 more European champions will be crowned tonight. It's going to be an exciting night of action. And my name's Paul Noble. I'll be here taking you through all those 18 finals. And alongside me, as always, Liz Johnson. Evening, Liz.
Good evening, Paul. Halfway point.
It is. Well, we're over the halfway now. As soon as we start this session, that's it. We are 7-day meet, so 3.5 days gone, 3.5 days to go. And, well, great session that we saw this morning. A world record in the heats again. Second time it's happened this week.
Yeah, we've been treated to some good record-breaking swims. In the one, it was an excellent swim in the S700 just backstroke. And the question is, will you be able to break it again tonight?
Well, here's what we're looking forward to tonight. Again, it's a range of classifications that we'll see, a range of strokes and a range of distances. 400 freestyle kicks us off. Some medley early in the sessions as well for the SM11 classification. A little bit of breaststroke for the visually impaired swimmers. And towards the end of the session, a few sprint backstroke events. 200 freestyle for the men in the S2 class. And there, that men's 100 backstroke S7. That's where we saw the world record this morning. Can we do it again? And a very fast and close 100 freestyles in the S9 classifications will finish off the session tonight. Day 4 already, Liz. It's flown in. We've got some great action over the first 3 days.
Yeah, we've been treated to some really great swimming, some really close races. And it does come around pretty quickly. Before we know it, the meet will be over, but plenty more to enjoy. The stands starting to fill up. Some swimmers not even got their programs underway yet.
No, that's right. Yeah, some swimmers still waiting to go for their big events later in the week. Some won't even start probably until the very last day. I remember in European Championships in the past, Ellen Keane, for example, we have seen her in the pool already this week. But Ellen Keane, a big event on the last day of competition. There's Lizzie, the mascot Lizzie, your namesake, Liz.
There she is. She? Is it a she? Is it a he? Is it a they?
I don't know.
Lizzie the lizard would take.
Guessing it must be a she.
As soon as you see a mascot, you stop talking about whatever else you were talking about. That never changes wherever we are in the world.
Lizzie looks like she's going to be officiating tonight alongside Dave Metcalf there. Yeah, no, he's having none of it, is he?
No, he's getting all serious there. I was talking about how important these officials are for us.
And the officials now going to their positions on the pool deck. And Lizzie's lining up with them. I'm not sure. I wonder what she's going to be on. The stroke judge?
Don't know, but I'm not sure if Lizzie realises quite the shift that they're signing up for. The officials work very hard throughout the course of a competition.
Well, sessions tonight, we have taken us right down to around about 20 past 8 tonight. So it's one of the shortest sessions that we've seen this week. I think today's probably the shortest session of the whole competition, I think. 18 champions that we're going to crown. So we had 26 on day 1, 21 on day 2, 21 on day 3. And we have 18 more tonight. I like Lizzie, I think.
You like every mascot. It's literally the highlight of a championship for you.
Yeah, that's true.
Got a selfie album. Selfie album. On with the show.
Yes, exactly. Men's 400 freestyle S6 is about to come on to pool deck. Again, could we be looking for something special to start us off tonight? Host nation represented. They won their first medal last night. Diogo Cancela. Danilo Semenkin comes through into the outside lane, going outside in, as we have seen. So the outside lanes first, working in towards the faster qualified swimmers in the middle. Here's Daniel Madeira. Oh, the Portuguese home favourite, Bruce D, silver medalist in the individual medley yesterday. And there's Ties van Hooveygem, European champion back in 2018. Andre Granička, he was a gold medalist next to Bruce D in that 200 IM. He's also a silver medalist at the last European Championships. But the favourite for this one will be Antonio Fantine, European champion from 2021, the last time the Europeans were held right here in Madeira. Was that competition? Antonio Fantine took that one. He's been a medalist in the Paralympic Games, a medalist in the World Championships as well. Antonio Fantine from Italy, looking to get the Italians, who top the medal table, off to a good start on night 4. Fantine, we saw him break the world record in the 100 freestyle earlier this year, and in that same competition where he broke that 100 freestyle record, he was only less than a quarter of a second outside the long-standing world record held by Anders Olsson of Sweden.
Yeah, Fantine, he has been dominant on world rankings in the freestyle events, but a couple of times in the major championships there's been a bit of a shock. Well, it was a shock, I would say, at the Paralympic Games in Tokyo, when Thales Glock of Brazil surprised even himself in winning that gold medal, with Fantine picking up the silver, and then it happened again at the World Championships. For Fantine, a supreme freestyler, he's got that world record in his sights. Similar to Anders Olsson, who holds that world record, he starts in the water. We see a mix of starts in the S6 classification group. Fantine starts in the water. Anders Olsson also used to go from that pool start and straight up and into his stroke. Very powerful stroke that Olsson used to have. They swim very similarly, very different builds. Fantine, quite like Olsson, was a powerful beast going down the pool, and he really moved on this event. For Fantine there, over 108.13. He's got a real chance to get that world record that has stood since the Europeans back in 2009.
Yeah, we'll just keep an eye on the splits as he goes through. When Olsson set that record, he went through in 109.08, so well inside world record pace at the minute for Fantine. But as you said, Liz, Anders Olsson was an absolute beast, and he was strong in the closing stages. So Fantine, good over all the freestyle distances, 50 and the 100 as well. And Fantine really going well. He means business here. Van Hooveygem in second position. The Dutch swimmer won the European title back in 2018, and he's made a little bit of a comeback. Didn't swim in a couple of the major championships over the last couple of years, but the Dutch, I think, have enticed him back, and he'll be a big player in their relay squad, Ties van Hooveygem.
Yeah, we've talked about how the switch to mixed relays has really opened it up for a number of countries that maybe couldn't field relays before. Van Hooveygem definitely going to feature there, but Antonio Fantine, part of a squad, an Italian squad that are strong across the board. He turns in 2:20.89, almost 10 seconds ahead of Van Hooveygem, with Granička in third at the halfway point.
Yeah, Granička there, 2:32, and he's well ahead of Great Britain's Bruce D and Semenkin and Madeira. They are 4th, 5th and 6th respectively, but Fantine still inside world record pace. 2:20.70 was Olsson at the halfway point, and Fantine well inside that. 2:22.70, and Fantine was 2:20.89. So Fantine still inside that as he comes down to the 300 mark. Van Hooveygem now giving a little bit of a threat from Granička, who's just behind, but Van Hooveygem getting away very well off the wall, using those legs. Granička, not much power from his lower limbs at all, similar to Fantine. But Fantine, we'll check the clock here. This time when the world record was broken was 3:36.02, and he's gone over, well, 3:35.6. So Fantine still on world record pace, but maybe beginning to feel that early pace just a little, the Italian.
Yeah, Fantine already taken down the sprint times that Olsen posted over the last few years. This is really the one that he's been chasing for a while. He's given himself a really good shot with that first half of the race. The margin is small now, but it was still there at the 300 mark, so we'll look at this final split. Fantine over there. 4:13.03.
4:13.03, and that is almost bang on the split for Olsen. He's there or thereabouts. Antonio Fantine. Graniczka is coming to second place now as we see him go over the final turn. Not sure if Van Hofhagen is going to be able to respond and get into the silver medal position, but it's about Antonio Fantine and the clock. 4:47.75 is the world record mark. He's into the last 5 now. It's going to be mighty close. It's maybe just going to slip by for Antonio Fantine, but a great effort. 4:48.71. The Italian, oh, he knows it. He was going for that record. He takes another European title, Antonio Fantine. He wanted the record though, and again, so close, but the long-standing record of Anders Olsen survives for another day. Well, great stuff there from Antonio Fantine. He went out for that one, didn't he, Liz, as Graniczka comes in second, Van Hofhagen in third place. And, well, you could just see him, little shake of the head. He knew he was close. He was mighty close. A second outside of that long-standing record as Bruce D comes in for fourth place. Madeira, the home swimmer, coming in now in lane number 2 for fifth, and Semenenkin will be the final swimmer to finish in lane 7.
Yeah, there we see now Semenenkin just coming into the flags for the last 5 meters to complete his swim here. So even that is the first event. But Fantine, yeah, he came in. You can still see so close. He went for it. He attacked it right from the off. And he did everything he could. He set himself up really well. It's just that final 50, really, where it slipped away from him. But he'll get another chance, I'm sure, in Paris, if nothing else. And he will have come in with that in mind, because he was really close to it earlier this year, the world record. And similarly, he probably knew that he was going to be in a race by himself. So it's a great opportunity then to go for those records.
Well, look at that. Tiny little bit outside that long-standing world record. I wonder if Anders Olsen's watching at home. Antonio Fantine takes the 400 freestyle S6 European gold, 4:48.71. Andrew Graniczka the silver, and Thies Van Hofhagen on the medal podium again in third. But there's the champion, Liz. 2 great swims that he has had this year, just marginally outside that world record mark.
Yeah, like I said, actually very similar function to Anders Olsen and the way that he used to swim the 400, just very different builds. So Fantine does typically have a higher stroke rate, doesn't he? Seems to be waiting on his chair there. I think he might have gone to the other side of the pool.
Yeah,
he gave it absolutely everything he had, though.
He did. I think he must be happy with that. Here we are. There's the chair coming. And there's the champion, able now to lead the poolside. But what a good swim from Fantine. There's Thelma Bjornsdottir from Iceland, bringing out the women for the 400 freestyle in the S6 classification. On the other side of the pool, Ariana Talamona. Saw her on the podium last night in the Italian relay team. Evelyn Charas. What can the Hungarian do? Good swim in the 100 freestyle to be on the medal podium on day 1. As was Grace Harvey. You goes in lane number 6, the Great Britain swimmer. First of 2 Great Britain swimmers in this final. And there's Verena Schott, European bronze medalist. Last time the event was held, and it was right here in 2021. And Nora Meister in that European Championships, well, she was very close to the European record stands at the moment, and she won the European title. And Maisie Summers-Newton in the centre lane following that gold medal performance last night in the individual medley. She goes in the centre lane, the Great Britain swimmer. Could be an interesting one, Liz. Some big names there in the centre of the pool. Schott, Summers-Newton, Meister. You would expect them to challenge. Grace Harvey might not be too far away as well. And Evelyn Sharaz has had a good week. Maisie Summers-Newton in the centre lane for this 400 freestyle S6.
Yeah, it's a very strong field. This is the S6 classification group, very competitive across the world and the continent.
Maisie Summers-Newton on great form in the individual medley. But Nora Meister with an excellent couple of swims already this week, taking the gold in the 100 freestyle.
Well, there'll be some different ways of swimming this one. Nora Meister, Switzerland. She's got that high stroke rate there, that long stroke, long powerful stroke from Verena Schott, and then obviously the shorter stroke from Maisie Summers-Newton, powering herself with the legs as her main engine room. And it is Summers-Newton and Meister pretty much together at the turn. Meister gets her feet to the wall first, 37.28. To Summers-Newton's 37.91 with Harvey 39.07 and Schott 39.61. So all very close because Ariana Amona is in the mix as well.
Yeah, it's all pretty tight there at the front of the field. It's looking good for Maisie Summers-Newton and Nora Meister, though. They're just beginning to go a little bit of a head-to-head here as they stretch away from the others. Grace Harvey in lane number 6 now, just about lying in third. Verena Schott looking very relaxed. A very relaxed stroke from the German down there in lane number 3. Very much a distance freestyler stroke from Verena Schott. She's come up alongside Grace Harvey. But the leading two, Nora Meister, she was on great form here at the last European Championships. That's probably where she first came to our attention, Liz. She had a great Euros that year, and she's kind of coming back into that sort of form, isn't she?
Yeah, I think after that she burst onto the scene, had a really good championships, and then struggled to find not so much the form, she was swimming well, but just kept getting touched out. But now she seems to be getting right back in the mix at the front of the races, and she's looking like a swimmer who's swimming with confidence as she goes over there at the 150 mark. 157.67 to Summers-Newton's 159 flat. Harvey 203.29, just ahead of her friend Verena Schott, 203.76. So they've sort of put a bit of a gap now, those four, ahead of Evelyn Sharaz and Ariana Talamona, who are the next chasing pack. But there's still a long way to go in this one, and a lot can happen.
And the leading two are again side by side. Well, it's not over yet. No one's stretching away like we saw in the men's race. At the 200 mark, Nora Meister has a very slender lead over Maisie Summers-Newton. And Grace Harvey has a slender lead over Verena Schott. That could be the two battles, the battle for gold and silver and the battle for the bronze medal and 4th position. Maisie Summers-Newton, well, she's going along well. And we know she's going to be a very strong finisher. We saw that in the individual medley. But Nora Meister has also posted fastest time. She knows she's a good 400 freestyle. And she's breathing towards Maisie Summers-Newton as they go up the pool here towards the 250 turn.
Yeah, and at this turn, when they go back the other way, Summers-Newton will be breathing towards Meister. Summers-Newton with the advantage off the wall, that push and that leg kick driving her. Meister has to rely on that high stroke rate, so it's by no means over yet, this one, even though we are coming into the closing stages.
Yeah, they're coming down to the 300 mark now. Maisie Summers-Newton and Nora Meister already taking gold medals at these championships. Who is going to get a second gold medal here? Summers-Newton just behind Meister. You see the gap there that it was at the 250 mark. What is it going to be at the 300 mark? Meister still with the advantage. The gap has just about increased very slightly. It's around about 1.5 seconds now. So Maisie Summers-Newton doesn't want to lose touch to Nora Meister. But Meister is forging ahead here, trying to go away from Summers-Newton. And the battle for third at the moment is still being led by Grace Harvey.
Yeah, these closing half of the race, Meister, that is where she made her move. It looked like Summers-Newton was going to start to try and chase her down, but the advantage is with Meister. Now she's just over a body length ahead of Maisie Summers-Newton as we come into the final turn. And it will be Meister over first. Now that gap has increased to 2.28 seconds ahead of Summers-Newton. Has Summers-Newton got anything to respond with? Harvey still in third position with Schott just behind in fourth.
Well, it looks like Nora Meister is going to take this one. I don't think Maisie Summers-Newton has got the ability to respond to this surge from the Swiss swimmer. And Nora Meister is going to take another gold here in Madeira at these European Championships. She was a champion in 2021 and she has retained a title. And she touches the wall 5:21.15 ahead of Maisie Summers-Newton. The battle's still on for third with Harvey and Schott coming in absolutely together. Who's going to get it? It's very close indeed. And Verena Schott might have just stolen that one on the touch by 1/100th of a second from Grace Harvey.
Well, it can't be closer than that without sharing the spoils, as we just see Evelyn Sharaz there coming in for Hungary in lane 2. Nariana Talamona at the top of the picture, 5:45.98 for the Hungarian, 5:54.23 for the Italian. And now just one swimmer left in the water to complete this final. Bjornsdottir of Iceland going well at the bottom of the pool.
Yeah, Bjornsdottir been to 4 European Championships already. This is her 5th European. She's been a finalist and a medalist as well at the World Championship. So Bjornsdottir finishes the distance in 6:30.84. One of the small Icelandic team. I think there's about 4 or 5 in the team. But there is the champion, Nora Meister. What a good swim that was. What a good head-to-head it was with Maisie Summers-Newton. Always promised to be these two fighting it out for the gold and silver. They stretched away from the field, just forged ahead as the race progressed. And as they came into those final 100 metres, really, that was when Nora Meister made it pay and went ahead of Maisie Summers-Newton to win by 3 seconds in the end. Yeah, 3.19 seconds. Look at that. What a finish. Verena Schott just timing it absolutely to perfection. She wasn't in third place all the way through there until the very last touch. Nora Meister takes the gold in the women's 400 freestyle S6. Maisie Summers-Newton the silver, and Verena Schott takes a close contest for bronze. A cracking couple of races within a race there, Liz.
Yeah, and it looked like the third 100 was where the swimmers needed to make their move, and it looked like Summers-Newton was going to try, but that was where Meister upped the rate, and it really made the difference in that second half of the race.
Well, we are into the 200 metres individual medley events, always exciting. And the SM11 classification, those swimmers with a visual impairment will be wearing blacked out goggles. They have no vision at all, these swimmers. In the water, Simone Zaverblis, we saw him go out, the Lithuanian, the 17-year-old. 2 teenagers in the outside lanes. Maxim Chernov, the 16-year-old in lane 1. Karim Gouda, Said Hossein, the Italian World Championship finalist. He goes in 7th. Ahead of him in the World Championship finals, this man from Spain, Jose Cantero Evila. Miguel Serban, well, he was the champion back in 2021. It was almost a surprise victory in this 200 IM in 2021. Here is David Kratochvil, a 16-year-old who's performed really well this week. 2 silver medals already to his name. And in lane 5, the world record holder, Danilo Chufarov, set that world record in winning the world title last year. And next to him, the Paralympic champion, Roger Dorsman from the Netherlands. Dorsman already, first 3 days of competition, he's won 3 gold medals. He's going to be tough to beat. Certainly a swimmer on form, Roger Dorsman, Liz.
Yeah, he's got 4 very strong strokes as well. But Chufarov, we haven't seen much of him yet, really. He's swum a couple of events, didn't see him in that 100 metres butterfly. So we'll see how he can take out this race down that first 50 metres.
Well, Roger Dorsman, great record in this event, Paralympic champion. He was the world champion 2022 and 2019, but Chufarov took the world title last year in a new world record time.
Well, it is that reaction time of Roger Dorsman, always supreme, always moves off the block first, reacts to that signal. It brings him up always off the underwater with a slight advantage, and he has at the moment got the lead. See, the S11 swimmers all get tapped, and we can see their different tapping techniques for different strokes. That time it was the base of the back for Roger Dorsman as he goes over first. 28.43 to Kratochvil's 29.13 with Chufarov 29.23. So they were the 3 turning on the butterfly under 30 seconds as we're on to the backstroke. And Kratochvil going very well here.
Yeah, the leading 3. Kratochvil right up with Dorsman and Chufarov, the main contenders, you would think, in the centre lane. Here's the tappers again. So see the technique on the backstroke as well. Almost a technique, an under tap there from David Kratochvil as he went through at the halfway point, and he leads them. But Dorsman onto the breaststroke, and he is firing away on the breaststroke here.
Yeah, Dorsman looking very powerful here. He has taken the lead very quickly on the breaststroke. He turned 1/10 of a second behind Kratochvil after the backstroke, but now he is 2 body lengths clear of Chufarov, who has moved into second position. Dorsman tapped just on the head there on the breaststroke as he goes over 144.57 to Chufarov's 148.45 and Kratochvil's 150.26.
Well, that was a sensational breaststroke for Roger Dorsman. It's taken him well clear of the others. And, well, he's working hard, and the world record split, he was just inside it at the end of the breaststroke here. The world record held by Chufarov is 2:18.16, and Dorsman on his way to another gold medal. Is he on his way to a world record swim? 2:18.16, 2:18.01. Roger Dorsman inside the world record mark. What a swim from the Dutchman. What a second half of that race. A world record for Roger Dorsman of the Netherlands. Look at his face. That was a fantastic effort there by Dorsman. Chufarov will take the silver just ahead of Kratochvil as the final swimmers come in. But what about that second half of that race from Roger Dorsman? We knew he was on form, Liz, but what about that? Sensational.
He absolutely broke the field on that breaststroke leg. That's what made the difference then for Dorsman. He turned second at the halfway point, just 0.1 behind Kratochvil. But then, after the breaststroke, he was 3.8 seconds up on Chufarov and 5.69 seconds up on Kratochvil. So it just shows how much damage that breaststroke leg did on the rest of the field for Roger Dorsman.
It was amazing, that breaststroke. As soon as he hit the wall, Kratochvil was just ahead, and as soon as he hit the wall and came off that wall, Dorsman was away and clear. So powerful on that breaststroke. Goggles are being checked now, but here's the replays, Liz. It was very close in terms of the butterflies. The 3 swimmers went through, but there at the end of the breaststroke, he's taken the tap. No one else in the picture. Convincing, went over 5 meters ahead of the previous world record holder.
Yeah, it was incredible, and like I said, it was the second half of that race that really did it for Roger Dorsman there.
Goggles are being checked. Not sure if we have an official result yet, but well, if it is official, it's a sensational world record time. The result is confirmed. Kratochvil with the bronze, Tjufer the silver, but a new world record swim for Roger Dorsman of the Netherlands. Absolutely amazing. The Orange Army are delighted with that one, and so they should be. 4 goals in 4 days for Roger Dorsman, and a world record too. Well, follow that, Liz. And you know what? We might just be able to follow that, because we've got some sensational swimmers here in this 200 metres individual medley SM11, and a world record breaker from last night, Daria Lukyanenko, who won the 100 breaststroke in a world record time. She goes again in the middle line.
She might be looking to replicate what Dorsman just did there.
Well, swimmers about to come out. There's 5 swimmers taking the start here. Ronja Alexander Hamp from Finland, a 17-year-old. I think that's the first time we've seen her this week. Eliza Humphrey, her second event of the week. She goes in lane number 6, the Great Britain swimmer. The 2 teenagers, the outside lanes. Anastasia Shevchenko goes in lane number 3, a Paralympic finalist. Lisette Bronsma, the European record holder, Paralympic champion back in 2016. And in the centre lane, well, gold medalist and world record breaker in the 100 breaststroke yesterday, Daria Lukyanenko. She's already taken medals in breaststroke and individual medley on the world stage. She's swimming as an S12 at that point. She's now swimming in the S11 classifications. 5 swimmers taking the start for this 200 metres individual medley SM11. Lisette Bronsma, the European record holder, goes in lane number 5. She set that time last year in Berlin. And next to her, Daria Lukyanenko, world record breaker yesterday in the 100 breaststroke. This should be interesting.
Yeah, a bit of an unknown. Lukyanenko was in terms of coming down into the SB11 classification group in the breaststroke yesterday, but she delivered. So exciting a prospect here, and already we've got 3 swimmers in a line there. Going well is Shevchenko, Lukyanenko and Brunsma in 3, 4 and 5 as they come into the wall. It'll be Lukyanenko that gets the touch, 35.60, just 15 hundredths of a second ahead of Shevchenko, with Brunsma a 37 flat for 3rd.
Well, Shevchenko going well, just skirting that lane rope on the right side of the lane. Lukyanenko's gone to the other side of the lane, and Brunsma, she's next to Lukyanenko, but at the moment Lukyanenko's got a bit of an advantage now over the Dutch swimmer, who is just falling behind a little bit on the backstroke. Lukyanenko, we know how strong she is on the breaststroke, so this is looking very good indeed for Lukyanenko. She turns first at the halfway point, 1:17.41, 2.5 seconds ahead of Shevchenko, with Brunsma a further couple of seconds behind. And look at the strength of this breaststroke. Look at the technique for Lukyanenko.
Yeah, there's great height from Lukianenko on that recovery. She comes right up out of the water, reaches forward. Very good stroke indeed, keeping that straight line at the moment. Brunsma, though, has had a good breaststroke. She's moved herself up into second position down this breaststroke leg. But Lukianenko coming under the flags now for the final few strokes of the breaststroke leg. She'll turn 2 minutes, 0.93 for her.
And Lukianenko is just inside world record pace, and Lisette Brunsma in second position now, 209.25, so well behind Lukianenko. Lukianenko just tussling a little bit with the lane ropes, trying to free herself from those lane ropes. The world record stands at 240.10. Lukianenko having a real struggle on this freestyle, but she's inside world record pace. Can she be inside that world record mark? It's going to be close. I think she might be. And it is Lukianenko, 238.47. Another world record has gone here in Madeira. 238.47 for Lukianenko. Fantastic time. It is Brunsma in second, 245.97. She's very close to her own European record, Lisette Brunsma. Just outside that by 0.6 of a second, but she could not live with the power of Lukianenko. 238.47, and again it was a breaststroke. She really stretched the lead over the rest of the field in that. We knew she was phenomenal breaststroker, but fantastic swim there, and a world record again. 2 world records in 2 races, and 2 world records in 2 days for Lukianenko.
Yeah, that was a strong swim there from Lukianenko. She benefited from having that advantage because she didn't have the best freestyle leg there. She did look to be tying up at the end, as you would expect at the end of an individual medley. As we just watched now, coming in to finish Ham from Finland, a time of 3:42.85 for her.
Yeah, Hanf bang on her entry time, as was Lisette Brunsma, very close to her own European record. So she should be pleased with that swim, Lisette Brunsma. 245.97. Her European record stands at 245.37. But, well, Lukianenko really burst onto the scene in this S11 class. She just swam in the S12 class before. Now her vision has deteriorated and she's gone down to the S11 and had to wear those blacked out goggles, which is a whole different discipline. But her breaststroke looked really good, although the freestyle a little bit ragged in the end. She was caught on the lane ropes, but it didn't matter. She came in to take the tap. It was a new world record time.
Yeah, Brunsma should be really happy with how she swam there. She didn't do anything wrong. It was just that Lukianenko did everything right. And it really is, that breaststroke is a power tool, because Brunsma's breaststroke was good, but Lukianenko's even quicker.
And the result has been confirmed. It's Eliza Humphrey who came up for the bronze medal for Great Britain. And in the silver medal position, Lisette Brunsma. And the gold, the world record time, Daria Lukianenko takes it, 238.47.
That world record out the water. That'll be super exciting to see her racing in the summer.
Well, more events to come, more visually impaired events, Liz. It's the 100 breaststroke for the SB12 classification. S11 to 13, those with visual impairments. The S11 being those with no vision, and the S12 and 13s being those with partial sight. And the S12s having less vision than the 13s. So, again, some big names in this one. Again, they come out lane 8 and lane 1, working their way into the middle. Borja Sanstamayo, the first of the 2 Spanish swimmers in this final. Roman Michka from Ukraine, going in lane number 1, World Championship medalist. The world record holder, Alexei Fedina, he goes in lane number 7, 3 times a Paralympic champion in this event. Ivan Salguero Oteiza, the second Spaniard, World Championship finalist last year. And the third Spaniard is Alex Villarreal Martin in lane number 6. Big Spanish presence in this final. Vladimir Uzoto, Paralympic champion in 2016, finished really strongly this morning in the heats. He was third qualifier behind Artur Safutinov, who goes in lane number 5. Paralympic bronze medalist, and Vali Izrafilov, a swimmer who has dominated this event in recent years. 21-year-old representing Azerbaijan. He's won the Paralympic title, the last 2 world titles, and he's the reigning European champion. He goes in lane number 4. Safutinov alongside him, but Fedina in lane number 7, the world record holder. He could be a threat from the top of the picture there, right up there in lane 7. It's a good start from the world record holder.
Yeah, he's gone well up the top there. Probably the best start. He knows he's going to need to use those race skills because there's a lot of speed in the centre pool. Izrafilov in lane 4 on the left of the shot there of those 2 yellow lanes, with probably a half a body length lead over Safutinov. 1 lane up from him wearing that yellow hat. Izrafilov 30.77. 31.60 for Safutinov, and Fedina 32.19.
Yeah, and Izrafilov, well, as I said, he's dominated this event over the last few years, taking the Paralympic title in Tokyo. It's very, very close in terms of the second position. Fedina still in there. Izatal now trying to come back in lane number 3. Safutinov, none of them are going to catch Izrafilov, though. He is going to go away, and he's going to retain his European title. Let's have a look at the clock. It is Izrafilov in first, Fedina in second, and Izatal comes through for third position. What a great swim at the front of the field. Well, Izrafilov retains that European title that he won back in 2021. Excellent time as well for him. Went faster than he went in the heats this morning. Fedina again on the medal podium, and it was Izatal, I think, coming through for third position. The champion retained this title, Liz.
Yeah, as you said, Paul, before the race, he has been dominant in this one. He looked good there, looked really strong, and he's moving in the right direction towards the Paralympics in the summer. Fedina up there in lane 7, just proving again, as we always say in swimming, if you've got a lane, you've got a chance. It doesn't matter where you are, all the water's the same. And he came through strongly there for that silver medal. At one point, it looked like it could have gone either silver or 4th. It was really close at the finish, and it was Izatov just getting in there ahead of Safutinov for that position. But Fedina will be pleased to be on the podium once again.
Izrafilov is confirmed as the European champion. Alexei Fedina with the silver medal, and Vladimir Izatal, great finish. Another fast finish in the last 50, as we saw in the heats, to come through for bronze. Again, Fedina, one of these long-standing champions. He first won his first Paralympic gold back in 2008, and he's still here winning medals at the European Championships. An absolute class act. Women's 100 breaststroke in the S12 class coming on now. 6 swimmers take the start for this final. First out in lane 7, Karina Petrokoviceva. She's another experienced campaigner. Her 6th European Championship for the Slovak swimmer. First of the 3 non-Europeans is Belkis Mota Echeri, Venezuelan. She's followed by another of the non-Europeans, Sophie Jingwen Sun, World Championship medalist in 2022. Here's Alicia Berra, already a medalist this week in the 100 metres butterfly. bronze medalist at the World Championships last year. Alani Ferreira, African record holder. She goes in lane number 5. But in the centre, the world record holder, Elena Kravtsov of Germany. Paralympic champion back in Tokyo in 2021. And she will be firm favourite for this one. Elena Kravtsov in the centre lane. World record stood since 2019 at 1:12.71. Difficult to see anyone challenge Kravtsov in this one, Liz.
Yeah, she's very much the breaststroke specialist. And it will be difficult to see anybody coming across. We've seen some dominant breaststrokers throughout the first few days of competition. Very much a different stroke set. So we do see the specialists. And here we go already. She's up a body length on the rest of the field through 25 metres. Going very well there.
Elena Kravtsov has been fantastic over the years. She's another one who's won the major titles. She got swum very well in Tokyo to take that Paralympic gold. And only 2 Germans took Paralympic gold, and that was Talisio Engel and Elena Kravtsov. So one of the big German hopes for Paris.
Yeah, and she's putting down a gauntlet here. Her main competition comes from outside of Europe, so she'll be looking to send a message here this evening. She's looking emphatic at the moment. Clear water between her and Ferreira, who is chasing her down. Also going well is Berra.
We'll keep an eye on the clock here. Elena Kravtsov is going to be very close to this record time. It just slipped by 1:13.38. I thought for a second there we were going to be in for another sensational record time, but it's 1:13.38 for the German champion Elena Kravtsov. Alicia Berra, I think, is in for second. Alani Ferreira is in for third position, and the third European will be Karina Petrokovicheva over there in lane number 6 as the South African gets in for third spot. But Elena Kravtsov, great time there, 1:13.38 for the German. Alicia Berra, 1:21.68 in second. She'll be pleased with that swim, faster than her entry time.
Yeah, fastest time that Berra has been this year, fastest time that Kravtsov has been this year. So everything is moving in the right direction for the summer and the Paralympic Games. But Kravtsov, she attacked that from the start. Very powerful stroke from the German in lane 4. It's hard swimming by yourself in one respect because you've got no one to push you on, but similarly, if you know you're going to be in that sort of race by yourself, then there's a level of pressure that's gone off and you relax. So it's a mixed bag, but she'll be pleased with that here tonight.
Elena Kravtsov will be the European champion in the 100 metres breaststroke SB12. Time of 1:13.38, just outside her own world record. Alicia Berra will be the European silver medalist, and Karina Petrokovicheva from Slovakia will be the European bronze medalist. A couple of good swims in the centre there. Alani Ferreira from South Africa, 1:23.59 for her. It's a decent time for the African record holder. So it's been fireworks tonight already, Liz, hasn't it?
It has. We've seen world records. We've seen flirting with the world records and European records. Brunsma again close to her European record in that SM11 200 metres individual medley.
Next one that we're on is the 100 metres backstroke for men in the S13 class. It's 3 more events before we go to our first medal ceremonies. Sergei Clipper we saw going through. Nathan Hendricks, the only non-European in this one, the 18-year-old South African in lane number 1. Gabriel Steen, the 20-year-old from Norway, had a good swim in the heats to qualify for this final. Enrique Alhambra Moya, another final for the Spanish swimmer here in Madeira. Alexei Verchenko, bronze medalist in this event, the last 3 World Championships. Can he go any better tonight? Thomas van Vanrooy was the world champion last year. He goes in lane number 3. Vladimir Sotnikov, Paralympic bronze medalist, goes in lane number 5. And in the centre lane, the world record holder, Ihar Boki. 2 goals already to his name this week. And an excellent record in this event. First won the title back in 2011. He's won it in 2016, 2018 and 2021. Last man to win this European title, other than Ihar Boki, was Alexei Fedina, who we've just seen in the breaststroke. Ihar Boki in the centre lane, the world record holder. The favourite for this 100 metres backstroke. The 3 medalists from the World Championships are also in the final. Thomas van Vanrooy, Enrique Alhambra Moya and Alexei Verchenko. Star-studded field, but you've got to think Boki, world record holder, will be tough to beat.
High off the start there for Verchenko in 6. He had a good first 50 in the heats this morning and he's got off well again. Just 1 lane to the right of the yellow lane lines. Also going well is Sotnikov down this first 50 metres, and it looks like it's he that leads the way into the turn. He will turn first, 27.75 over first, ahead of Boki, 28.45 with Verchenko, 28.80.
Well, for once, Boki didn't get off the start too well, and that's given Sotnikov a little bit of a chance against Ihar Boki, the world record holder, as they come down to the final stages now of this 100 back, and it could be a shock here. Sotnikov is going really well on lane 5. The long arms of Boki coming back, but it is going to be Sotnikov getting to the wall first in 58.03. Boki in second and Van Vanrooy in third position. And that is a little bit of a shock, Liz. Ihar Boki beaten in the backstroke. What a swim for Verchenko. Well, he was up from the start, Verchenko. I don't know what happened to Boki at the start. We normally see him go away and use that underwater very well, but this time it was Verchenko that had the lead and he held on to it. What a swim from Verchenko.
Yeah, Verchenko got away well. Sotnikov, though, once he hit the front at the turn, it was everyone would expect Boki to use that underwater phase, and he typically would, and he did make up the ground. 0.7 at the turn, 0.36 at the finish, but it will be a shock. He was 2/100ths slower tonight, Boki, than he was this morning. We don't see that from the great champ very often. Van Vanrooy finished like a train to get that bronze medal. He went from 4th to 3rd, so he'll be pleased with that. But there's your champion, Vladimir Sotnikov, Paralympic Games bronze medalist, is now the European champion.
Sotnikov takes the gold ahead of Ihar Boki and ahead of Thomas van Vanrooy. That was a shock. 58.03 for the winner. Boki 58.39. Well, fantastic swim there at the front of the field. Well, that was a shock, Liz. Didn't expect that one. Wonder if there's any more shocks in store here tonight as the women come out for the 100 backstroke S13, led by Tia Lokebu, Norwegian, the 19-year-old, and Johanna Dohler, another final for the young German, just 14 years of age. Emma Filo Martin, what a swim she had in the 100 freestyle yesterday to take the silver. Their teammate, Marian Poro Lopez, a medalist at the European Championships in 2018. She goes in lane number 2. Alexandra Zabaltseva just missed out on the medals at last European Championships in 2021. But big 3 in the centre, Carlota Gili, European champion and European record holder in 3. Roisin Nirian goes in lane number 5, the world champion from last year. Already a gold medalist here at this championships. But the Paralympic champion and world record holder is Gia Pergolini. Looked very good in the heats this morning. Swimmer from the USA. She'll be hoping to get in ahead of the 2 Europeans either side of her. Gia Pergolini, the world record holder, next to Roisin Nirian and Carlota Gili. Paralympic champion and the world champion and the European champion in those centre lanes. Pergolini set the world record in Tokyo in 2021. Carlota Gili set the European record right here in Funchal in 2021.
Yeah, and Pergolini set off very quickly down at the first 50 in the heats this morning. She's got the fastest time in the world this year at 105.43. But all 3 swimmers in the centre lane capable of getting somewhere close to that on their best. And here we see now going out very quickly. It is Pergolini 31.41 to Nirian's 32.81 and Gili's 33.27. The top 3 are at the front of the field at the moment. Pergolini looking very, very good.
Well, Pergolini looking great here. The Paralympic champion looks like she might have this one sewn up. Roisin Nirian coming back now, the Irish swimmer in lane number 5, but it is going to be Pergolini into the wall now. She's going to take the open title. Roisin Nirian coming back very strongly, but Pergolini takes it 105.75. Nirian in second position, 106.96, but she will be the European champion behind the USA swimmer, and it's Carlota Gili in third spot. We'll take the European silver medal, and Marianne Polo Lopez, I think, just in for the European bronze. But a great swim again from Pergolini. We were talking about her earlier, Liz. She sat out the major championships last year, but she's back with a bang, isn't she? 105.75 in that final, faster than she went in the heats this morning.
Yeah, she's right there, and even though she wasn't at the major championship, she still posted the joint fastest time in the world last year. So she's kept up the swimming, she's kept up the fitness, she's just taken that rest that sometimes you need, and she's reaping the rewards now because she looked so good here this morning and tonight.
Roisin Nirian made that little bit of an inroads to the lead in the second 50, but it was Gia Pergolini who took that open title from the USA. Roisin Nirian will be the European champion, another gold medal for the Irish. Carlota Gili will take the European silver, and Marianne Polo Lopez the European bronze in 112.05. Well, another gold medal to Ireland. They're having a good championships, the Irish team.
Yeah, they are. They're an example of a team. They often used to have to wait till the weekend or the last day of the meet for their medal chances, but not anymore. That medal success has led to a growth in the squad, and they're performing very well here this week in Funchal.
Wow, 7 swimmers taking a start now for the 100 freestyle in the S8 classification. Again, S1 to S10, those with physical impairments. S8 is towards the less impaired range. And Sergio Salvador Martos Minguet, European bronze medalist in 2018, goes next in lane 1. Lane 7 is the European champion from 2018, Mikhail Gillis of Poland. Andrei Nikolaev, Paralympic Games silver medalist. He'll be a threat from lane 2. Matt Marja looked good in the heats this morning. Won a bronze in the 400 earlier this week. Alberto Amadeo, well, he has been the man to beat in this classification. 2 gold medals already to his name. in the butterfly and the 400 free. But you must say this, Michelintzakis, reigning European champion, won that title in 2021. And it's the non-European swimmer in the centre lane. That's 17-year-old Callum Simpson, who had another good swim in the heats. We saw him swim in the 400, swimming lifetime bests. Callum Simpson from Australia in the centre lane. An excellent time in qualification for this final. Alongside him, the 2 Europeans, Amadeo and Michelintzakis. But watch out for Nikolaev in 2, Malyar in 6. World record has stood for almost a decade to Denis Tarasov, setting the World Championships 2015.
Yeah, that world record is very fast indeed. 55.84. But going off well, off the block, is Michelintzakis in lane 5 with that single arm freestyle. They use all that strength down the first 50. Simpson came back strongly in the heats. He'll look to do that again, and he's just creeping up on Michelintzakis now as they go into the turn. Michelintzakis turns though, feet to the wall first, 28.14 to 28.30 for Simpson, 28.38 for Malia, but watch out for Nikolaev and Amadeo.
Yeah, it's very good for Michelintzakis. Simpson trying to come back now in the closing stages. Michelintzakis with that lead, he used that power off the wall to great advantage. In the outside of him is Malyar in lane 6. Simpson coming through very strongly with that green cap of Australia. Looks like Michelintzakis is the best of the Europeans, but Simpson first to the wall. And look at that time, 58.43 for Callum Simpson. He has improved that time again. The time that he set in the heats has been smashed. 58 for the Australian. That's what it means to him. That was a superb swim from him. He was pushed all the way by Michelintzakis, but in the end, it was Malyar who got the touch right at the death there as Michelintzakis faded into 3rd position. And Malyar will be the European champion. Michelintzakis, the silver medal for Europe. And Nikolaev will take the bronze just ahead of Amadeo. But what about that? The young man from Australia, 17 years of age, improving his times every time he hits the water. And 58.43 for the 17-year-old.
Well, that's one of the bonuses of being a teenager. You can race back to back, you can race fast, and there's big gains to be made. And Simpson will definitely be one to watch moving forward this year. Got this for a finish there. Michelintzakis.
Oh. He's just,
Malia
well.
Is getting in. We're watching the celebrations of Simpson there, but that came right down to the touch for the European title.
Callum Simpson takes the Open title, the Australian 17-year-old, cracking time there, 58.43. Malyar just claims the European gold ahead of Michelintzakis, with Nikolaev in the European bronze medal position. Well, we've had some races tonight, Les, and that was another close one. A good performance as well by the youngster from Australia. It's good to see the Australians here competing so well. We've got a small team, but certainly we're going to see some of these swimmers we're seeing here in Paris later on this summer.
Yeah, we just caught a glimpse there of the Australians. Jesse Ongles in the crowd.
And that's the last of the swimming action for the time being. We'll move on to some medal presentations now, starting with the 400 freestyle, the S6. Very close to the world record for Antonio Fantini. Here he comes.
Bronze medalist, representing the Netherlands.
E a medalha de bronze em representação dos Países Baixos.
Vies van Hofwagen. Silver medalist, neutral para-athlete.
Medalha de prata para o para-atleta neutro.
Andrei Granichka. gold medalist and European champion, representing Italy.
E a medalha de ouro e campeão europeu em representação de Itália,
Antonio Fanti. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Italy.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional de Itália.
Madeira, your medalists.
Madeira, os atletas medalhados.
The victory ceremony for the women's 400 meters freestyle S6.
Cerimônia de entrega de medalhas para os 400 metros livres femininos S6.
Bronze medalist representing Germany.
E a medalha de bronze em representação da Alemanha,
Verena Schotz. Silver medalist representing Great Britain.
e a medalha de prata em representação da Grã-Bretanha,
Maisie Summers Newton. Gold medalist and European champion, representing Switzerland.
e a medalha de ouro e campeã europeia em representação da Suíça,
Nora Meister. Please rise if you're able for the national anthem of Switzerland.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional da Suíça.
Madeira, your medalists.
Madeira, as atletas medalhadas.
The victory ceremony for the men's 200 metres individual medley SM11.
Cerimônia de entrega de medalhas dos 200 metros estilos masculinos SM11.
Bronze medalist representing Czechia.
E a medalha de bronze em representação da Chequia.
David Kratochvil. Silver medalists representing Ukraine.
E a medalha de prata em representação da Ucrânia.
Daniel Shufarov. Gold medalist and European champion representing the Netherlands.
E a medalha de ouro e campeão europeu em representação dos Países Baixos.
Roger Dossman. Please rise if you're able for the national anthem of the Netherlands.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional dos Países Baixos.
Madeira, your medalists.
Madeira, os atletas medalhados.
The victory ceremony for the women's 200 metres individual medley SM11.
Cerimónia de entrega de medalhas dos 200 metros estilos femininos SM11.
4 50-meter events to come next. Starting with the men's 50-meter backstroke S3, we're about to see Ostapchenko of Ukraine versus Grandjou.
That's the end of the medal presentations now, Liz, for the time being. Cracking way to start the session, wasn't it? There's 2 world record swims.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been treated to some great races as well. And then that real near miss by Antonio Fanti.
It's the Australians. Oh, look at this. Some of the snacks there. Is that for our technical officials? Mid-session snacks?
Do you want a potato with that banana port?
Yeah, why not?
I thought that's why the Australians were getting excited then, because they saw food, but maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe they saw something more exciting.
Well, you never know. So they're going up to the 50-meter end, Liz. And this 50 meters backstroke S3. So we've got the S3 and S4 backstrokes to come. Again, as we said, S1 to 10, those with physical impairments, and S1 being the most severe, so we're into the S3s and S4s now. So a high level of impairments. And here's what the Australians are waiting for. Grant Patterson, familiar figure, coming out in lane number 8 for this 50 backstroke S3. The only non-European in this one, Daniel Ferrer-Robles from Spain. He was a world championship silver medalist last year. He's right in the outside lane, so he could pose a threat for the medals. Umut Unlu, bronze medalist in the individual medley a little bit earlier this week. Vincenzo Boni, world championship medalist last year, bronze medal, behind Ferrer-Robles who took the silver. Serhii Palamarchuk, European medalist last time in the championships in 2021. Josiah Top, what a good swim he had in the individual medley. Very strong on the backstroke element of that IM. So we'll see what he can do in this 50 backstroke sprint. But Grandjou from France, Dimitri Grandjou, the champion in the individual medley. He looked good in that medley as well, but looking good in the heats today was Denis Ostapchenko, reigning European champion, reigning world champion, Paralympic silver medalist. So Ostapchenko will go in the middle lane, and he was clear of the others in this field this morning, Liz, with that qualification time 46.6, but right across the pool everyone else is pretty close. Ostapchenko in that centre lane, lane 4.
Yeah, it was a fast set of heats this morning, so the podium can be challenged from a number of the lanes. But Ostapchenko did look strong this morning, and he will be the man to beat.
You'll see the different impairments on show here in this S3 classification. Expect Josiah Top get away well, the German in lane number 3. But once they're up into their strokes, Ostapchenko is difficult to beat, but Grandjou, the newcomer on the block, the Frenchman in lane 5, might just pose a threat here.
Yeah, Grandjou had a great 150 metres individual medley. He's got off well here. He's with Ostapchenko. Top there, using that underwater to its maximum to get his advantage, as we see the swimmers in the middle starting to try and catch him. Toff still going well at this point though, as Ostapchenko leads the chase.
Yeah, and Top with that butterfly stroke on his back, of course, for this backstroke event. But Josiah Top now and Ostapchenko side by side now, coming into the finish. Top just running out of steam at the end here, and Ostapchenko's coming through. He's got the advantage of the arms at the end. Top is hanging on, but Ostapchenko will be into the wall in 46.55. A great swim from Josiah Top to take another silver medal here, and Grandjou takes the bronze for France, 48.42, just ahead of Vincenzo Boni, Palamarchuk and Unlu. They are the next ones to finish. But what a good swim from Josiah Top. We knew he would take it out fast, and it was only Ostapchenko that could catch him in the end.
Yeah, Top did well to stay ahead for us as long as he did. We knew Ostapchenko was in good form after those heats, and we said he went quick this morning, but often in this classification group, with the nature of the impairment, the way that they don't have the ability to go too slow in the heats, because if they do, it completely changes their stroke and their technique. So we knew about where he was, and he delivered again a 1/10 of a second quicker than he went this morning. But Toff using all of that 15 meters underwater that he was permitted, and it was just right at the end there that Ostapchenko came through. But Vincenzo Boni was finishing very quickly, but he just ran out of pool, and the young Frenchman Dimitri Ganjour took that bronze medal.
And Ostapchenko confirmed as the European champion, 46.55. A really close contest with Josiah Top of Germany taking the silver and Dimitri Grandjou of France taking the bronze.
World records have fallen so far this week, and we're only at the halfway mark. What else is to come? We are watching one of
So the 50 metres backstroke for women, similar in the S3 classification.
Maybe another world or European record could fall from
Again,
anywhere
have a
in the
couple of
programme.
swimmers
One thing's for
with
certain,
entry times
this is a
ahead
very
of the others. We
basketball
could be on for a
pool,
good
and we're
head-to-head
super
battle here in the
excited
centre
for
of the
Paris
pool,
in the summer.
as these finalists
Please
are
welcome
about
the
to come out.
athletes for the women's 50 metres backstroke S3 final.
Here they come, the S3 50 metres backstroke finalists. Lova Johansson will be first out from
In lane 8,
Sweden.
representing Sweden,
She
Lova
comes,
Johansson.
19 years of age. Lova Johansson, another final. Here in Madeira, she will go over in lane number 8. As I said, lane number 1, the opposite end of the pool, the 20-year-old Ukrainian, Annalina Moltseva. I think this is the first time we've seen Moltseva at these championships. She takes her place in lane 1. Veronika Gorenko, a medalist in the breaststroke on day 1 of competition. Sonia Sigurdardottir, world championship medalist in the past in this event. It's 50 metres backstroke. Nitsa Encanati, the Italian, making a debut here in Madeira, the 22-year-old. Marta Fernandez Infante, she's had a busy programme this week. Already the Spanish swimmer, integral part of the Spanish relay teams that have done so well already this week. Zoya Sharova goes in lane number 5, 5th place in the Paralympic Games in Tokyo in 2021. The world champion from last year, Paralympic Games silver medalist, is Ellie Chalice of Great Britain. She will go in the centre lane and will be favourite to win our first European title in this event. Entry time 54.90 for Ellie Chalice. Chalice in lane number 4 for Great Britain. Zoya Sharova in lane number 5 with Marta Fernandez Infante in lane number 3. They could be the main contenders in this 50 metres backstroke S3. This is an event, Liz, that Ellie Chalice of Great Britain has said that she's been targeting for the Paris Paralympic Games. It's not all of the events that are taking part at this championships are Paris events, are they?
No, and this is probably her best chance, she thinks, for a Paralympic title. She's a world champion. Her first European Championships, Ellie Chalice. Been on the Great Britain team a number of years, but this is the first time she's made an appearance at a Europeans. To see a range of starts there, as we see, going well. In 3 is Fernandez Infante off the start, but there's that fast turnover of Chalice in the centre of the pool starting to come through now. Also going well is Shirova in 5, but it would be Chalice that has hit the front through the 25-metre mark.
Yeah, Chalice is halfway there now on this 50 metres backstroke. That really high turnover. Shirova still going well, one lane up from Ellie Chalice, but Chalice now, as they come into the closing stages, looks like she might have this one sewn up. Fernandez Infante is probably just holding on to third with that double arm backstroke, but here comes Ellie Chalice into the finish. Chalice with the entry time, 54.90. She's going to be just about on that. 55.28 for Ellie Chalice. She will take her first European title. It will be silver to Shirova, also under the 1 minute mark. And Fernandez Infante in the bronze medal position. 101.19 for the Spanish swimmer, but a great swim there at the front of the field for Ellie Chalice. As soon as they got into the stroke there, round about halfway, Chalice was away and clear, and it was always going to be difficult to get ahead of the Great Britain swimmer after that.
Yeah, she sets herself pretty tough targets. 55.2, good swim. She's been 54.1 this year, though. So that's why maybe not the smile as big as we are used to seeing on Ellie Chalice's face. But she'll be pleased to win there as we just now turn our attentions to Lova Johansson at the top of the picture. The yellow hat for Sweden just going under the flags to complete her final 5 metres. Entry time of 2:03. So we'll watch the clock. 2:04.54. So right on her entry time as well.
Yeah, good swim from Johansson, just shy of that entry time by around about a second. But Ellie Chalice was the one who took that title, and she will be pleased to add that European title to the world title that she won last year. Ellie Chalice, again, one of the rising stars of the GB team. She's 20 years of age now, Ellie Chalice. First kind of made the breakthrough into the GB team back in 2019, but margin of victory there was quite substantial in the end for Chalice. Around about 4 seconds in the end, just over 4 seconds. And there was Shirova. And on the other side of the pool, it was Fernandez Infante as Ellie Chalice gives a little wave to the camera, a wave to the crowd. We did see our dad in the crowd the other day, so I'm sure he'll be here tonight. Ellie Chalice from Great Britain takes the gold medal in the women's 50 metres backstroke S3. Zoya Shirova, the silver medal position, and Marta Fernandez Infante takes the bronze. Another medal to the Spaniard here at these championships.
For the men's 50 metres backstroke S4 final.
So move up a class now, Liz. We're up to the S4s. We saw the S3s, we've got the S4s coming out now.
Yeah, and we'll see some similar strokes, similar impairments, just with a slightly more function.
We saw Ariel Maillard go through. We saw Mark Maillard take the European title a little bit earlier. Javi Torres going in the outside lane in lane 1. 7 times a Paralympian, the Spanish swimmer. Andreas Ehrenhofer, great swim last night in the individual medley to win a bronze medal. It's the 7th European Championships for this man, Dmitro Vinohradets. He's been a great performer for Ukraine over the years. And Roinestoni Cordero da Silva, the only non-European in this final. And Mats Topkin from Estonia, European bronze medalist back in 2021. Just missed out on the medals in recent championships. And this man, Arnos Petracek, European silver medalist. He was a Paralympic champion back in Rio in 2016. He was a silver medalist in Tokyo. Behind this man in the centre, Roman Zdanov, the world and European record holder, goes in the centre lane. That world and European record was set in the Tokyo Paralympic Games. Petracek in lane number 5, the former world record holder. Zdanov, the current world record holder, in lane 4. Again, Liz, we're likely to see very similar story that we saw in the men's S3. And the swimmers with different impairments will approach this race very differently.
Yeah, expect Mats Topkin and Anders Petrocek to start well and use that underwater. And that man in your shot there, Roman Zdanov, to chase them down.
So Zdanov in for the world record holder Petrocek. Czech swimmer in lane number 5, right under the water. You see him and Topkin with very good starts.
Yeah, the best start there coming from Mats Topkin. We see that a lot. He swims well through the first 25 meters. Already Zdanov is up with Petrocek, and they're both making ground on Topkin as we go through the midway point.
Yeah, and Zdanov looks like he might have this one. He's gone ahead of the two either side of him, Topkin and Petrocek. Topkin holding on, just a slight lead over Petrocek, but Zdanov is going to come home now. It's going to be a decent time for Zdanov as well, 41.22, and the silver will go to Petrocek. Just get in there ahead of Topkin. Both of them had to touch with the head, and Topkin was ever so close as Petrocek just closed up in the closing stages. But an excellent swim there from Zdanov to take that goal, 41.22. That is an excellent time from Roman Zdanov.
Yeah, again, not very far off his own world record. We've seen some close shaves tonight. Another one there. Zdanov looked very strong indeed. A great start there, you see, from Topkin, using that arch over the water and maximising the underwater phase that he can. He came up in the lead, the speed of Anders Petrocek just touching him out right at the finish there.
I don't think Topkin has ever got ahead of Arnos Petrocek in the major championships, but he's getting closer to the great man Arnos Petrocek. But they were all blown away by Roman Zdanov, who takes the European gold. Petrocek will take the silver ahead of Topkin. Well, those will be your 3 European medalists. First medal for Estonia, I think, Liz. Don't think they've got a medal already this week. Another one to add to your medal table. Oh no, it's just gold.
You might be right. No, it's not. I could just about keep up with the gold medals, Paul. So, but luckily we do have a medal table, and it will be on there. So we'll get to see the addition of Estonia later.
Thank you, Liz.
Can't multitask, Paul. Can't multitask.
We're going to get any other countries on the medal podium again in this one. Is the S4 women. Tilia Fontcuberta Severa makes her way out to lane number 1. I don't think we have a lane 8. We're due to have lane 8, but I don't think we have lane 8 taking start in the final. Julia Shishova. She's been a European medalist in the past. She goes there in lane number 7. Natalia Budkova, well, medalist in the individual medley behind Gina Butcher yesterday. Budkova goes in lane number 2. Julia Safonova, finalist here at the European Championships in 2021. Ukrainian. And her teammate, who was a European champion in this event back in 2016, Marina Verbova, qualified 3rd for this final behind the 2 in the centre. Gina Butcher from Germany looking to add another gold to the one she won yesterday in the individual medley. And she will be up against Alexandra Stamatopoulou, the Greek swimmer. Great record in this event. Stamatopoulou won the European title 2018. Won it again in 2021. And she won the world title in 2022. So Stamatopoulou, this is very much the specialist event for her. The Greek swimmer in lane number 4. Excellent heat swim to qualify fastest ahead of Germany's Gina Butcher. Stamatopoulou, Greek swimmer. in that middle lane. Can anyone dip under the 50-second barrier? 51 seconds, the fastest time in the year so far, and that's held by Gina Butcher, who goes in lane number 5.
Yeah, it was a good start from Butcher, but a better start from Stamatopoulos. One lane closer to us in that yellow lane line on the left of your screen at the moment. They're pretty much stroke for stroke as we go down the pool. Stamatopoulos looking to have the advantage at the moment.
Yeah, Stamatopoulos just holding on there ahead of Gina Butcher. Another close contest on offer here in this 50 backstroke S4. Stamatopoulos just with the edge over Gina Butcher. Butcher now coming back. She was so strong in the closing stages of the individual medley. And Stamatopoulos has the longer arm, so maybe has the longer reach at the end. But here comes Gina Butcher into the finish now. It's all very close. It's all on the touch. Stretching for the touch for Stamatopoulos, but it was Gina Butcher who finished the best. 51.01 for the German to take it ahead of Stamatopoulos just on the touch. Unbelievable finish between these two, and Verbova will claim the bronze medal, but Stamatopoulos into the wall with Butcher right at the end, and it was the German who claims another title here.
Yeah, she'll be delighted with that. She came in ranked world number 1, but Alexandra Stamatopoulos had an excellent heat swim this morning, and it really did go down to the wire. Butcher had more speed at the end, but the question was going to be, would she run out of pool to catch? And it really did go all the way down. Stamatopoulos very strong in the first phase of the race. And right here, Butcher was ahead, but again, like, as you said, Paul, the arm length was in the favour of Stamatopoulos, but Butcher was carrying enough speed to take her into that wall first.
Well, it was mighty close at the end. Just 14/100ths of a second separating them. Gina Butcher wins her second gold medal of the week for Germany. 51.01. 51.15 for Alexandra Stamatopoulos. Takes silver for Greece. And Marina Verbova takes the bronze. Well, what cracking races we've had tonight, Liz. Some close finishes, and they just keep continuing. Well, we go on to another set of medal presentations now. The breaststrokes in the SB12 classifications, and then another couple of great races, but more finals to come after this set of medal ceremonies as we start with the men's SB12.
By President of the Madeira Regional Government.
As medalhas serão entregues pelo Presidente do Governo Regional da Madeira, Miguel Albuquerque.
Bronze medalist, neutral para-athlete.
E a medalha de bronze para o para-atleta neutro,
Vladimir Izotov. Please rise if you're able for the national anthem of Germany.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional da Alemanha.
Madeira, your medalists.
Madeira, as atletas medalhadas.
Well, good night for Germany so far, Liz. First time heard the anthem tonight for them, but we just saw another one is about to come up, Gina Butcher.
Yeah,
Close finish.
and that bronze medal earlier were the closest finishes for Verena Schott. Right back at the start of the programme now in the S6 400 metres freestyle.
Yeah, it seems like a while ago.
They have been coming thick and fast tonight. It's a short programme, like I said, one of the shortest sessions. It has been busy.
Yeah, some cracking races. And, well, we saw some good racing
Please welcome the athletes
in
for
the
men's 200 metres
S2 classification yesterday.
final.
And we've got another S2 race coming up now. So the S2, we saw the 50 metre, sorry, the 100 metre backstroke yesterday in the S2 class, and now got double that distance. It's freestyle, 200 metres freestyle. And Michael Erdogan Otterino makes his way out to lane number 7. Konrad Hildebrand from Sweden. He goes in lane number 2. Yad Shalabi, the only S1 swimming in this one. The S1s and S2s combined in this event. Yad Shalabi, the S1 swimmer in lane number 6. Roman Bondarenko, he was the bronze medalist in that 100 metres backstroke yesterday. Jacek Czech was the silver medalist, and he pushed the gold medalist Vladimir Danilenko all the way to the finish. Danilenko taking that gold medal in that 100 backstroke, but it was close at the end, wasn't it, Liz? And this, again, double the distance.
Yeah, it was very tight. Like you said, it came right down to the wire. Both the races started that way last night. And Danilenko in good form, though. Completely different race. 200 metres. More of an endurance event.
And here is Danilenko in lane number 4, Jacek Czech. And Bondarenko, the reigning European champion, won that title in 2021. It's one of the few, in fact the only one to have won a major title in this event that's been kind of dominated by non-Europeans, the World and Paralympic Games in recent years. So a good chance for someone to take a major title in this 200 metres freestyle. It's the S2 classification. Of course, it's freestyle, and we saw that the 100 backstroke a little bit earlier, but we will see, well, a lot of these swimmers, if not all of them, go on their backstroke. They certainly all started on the back, so It is a freestyle, so they can do backstroke, any stroke permitted in this 200 free.
Yeah, and we sometimes even see athletes swim one length backstroke and then one length freestyle. But Paralympic champion Gabriel Santos de Rujo sometimes does that, the Brazilian athlete. Obviously not in this race here tonight though. And typically these athletes in the centre lanes do favour the backstroke. Again, lanes 3 and lane 5 with that double arm stroke. And we can see up there Shalabi, the S1 athlete from Israel, also using double arm backstroke. But in the middle, in that yellow hat, Vladimir Danilenko with the single arm stroke.
48 years of age.
And it will be Danilenko that turns first, 59.16. Just under a second ahead of Jacek Czech, with Bondarenko for the half a second behind.
Yeah, it was great skills at the turn there from Danilenko, wasn't it? He just really swift turn there. Just that swivel round, touching the wall. A swivel round, he was out very quickly, and that's what got him the advantage over Jacek Czech there. As the Polish swimmer in lane number 5 just falls behind slightly as they come up to the halfway point. This is the longest distance that these swimmers will go in the pool in the Paralympic programme, the 200. So 50 events available to the S2 swimmers and the S1 swimmers. Also 100 events available, and the 200 is the furthest that they will go. Some of the other classes will go up to 400 freestyle, as we've seen some 400s already this week, but this is the distance event for the S1s and S2s. Let's have a look at this turn again. Again, really good technique, really fast over. He whips those legs over really quickly.
Yeah, he almost pivots around his midpoint as he touches the wall. No use of his legs, so, and he's not as tall as the other athletes in the race either, so it's a really effective move that he has there. And you can see does give an advantage, 4.4 seconds ahead of Czech at the halfway point. Bondarenko 13.5 seconds back from our leader in the shot there. Vladimir Danilenko going very well, very rhythmical stroke that he has, really drives himself from the shoulders. You can see as he goes single arm rotation. Czech makes up some ground as they swim down the pool. We saw that in the 100 as well, 100 backstroke. But Danilenko here with a commanding lead.
Here's his turn again. Final turn this time for Danilenko, and it's as good as the other two have been as he whips round there. And the advantage is, well, 7 seconds or so ahead of him, ahead of Jacek Czech. Danilenko now heading for home, and we did see Jacek Czech pull up in the 100, as you said, Liz, but he's got a huge margin to make up now. Bondarenko now just about being caught by Shalabi, who's come back into contention for that bronze medal position. Bondarenko is just going to turn over there in 3rd position, but Shalabi has really closed up on the Ukrainian there in lane number 3.
Yeah, and that's the battle we were focused on there for just a second. And Shalabi definitely with the highest stroke rate in the second half of this race than Bondarenko. So 50 metres in this one, still a long way. A lot can happen, but no doubt where this gold medal is going to go.
Well, Danilenko has just eked out the lead every 50 metres. It was close at 50, but as they got into the second half of this race, Danilenko has just pulled away from the others, and he will take the gold medal in 4:19.3. Vladimir Danilenko, 4:19.31. Jacek Czech will take another medal for Poland to add to the one that he had yesterday, 4:29.72. Margin was 10.41 seconds. Real battle on now for the bronze medal position. Bondarenko has been caught by Shalabi, and Shalabi has gone past the Ukrainian. Can he hold on? The two very similar strokes. Shalabi, the S1 swimmer, and Bondarenko, the S2, both employing that double arm backstroke. But Shalabi has the higher turnover as he comes under the flags, and it is going to be Shalabi who's going to be in here for the bronze medal position in 5:04 1:08.81. Well done. They had Shalabi and Bondarenko, who was third place there for about 175 metres or so, is now in fourth position. But there's a champion. Danilenko, no doubt about who was going to take that one. He just swam away from the others. Just every 50 metres, he just eked out that lead.
He did, and Hildebrand and Hiduzane Otorino just coming to finish their final length. As we go down to the bottom of the pool, this is Conrad Hildebrand coming in to the finish. He had an entry time of 5:28.68, 5:48 for Hildebrand just there. And now we go to Mikael Hiduzane Otorino as he comes to finish up his last 25 metres.
And it was the start. Good start from Jacek Czech. Danilenko, as he's coming in now to that 150 mark, I think that was. He's well ahead of Jacek Czech, and Danilenko stretching away at the end. Jacek Czech only just in the picture, about 6 or 7 metres behind. And the champion already celebrating before the silver medalist is hitting the wall. And here, final swimmer, Mikael Hiduzane Otorino. We saw him yesterday in the 100 metres backstroke, the Spanish swimmer against Spain. They haven't had, they've had quite a few swimmers in like the S4 and S5 classification. They haven't had a lot of S2 swimmers over the years, not on the male side anyway. And Hiduzane Otorino, that entry time of 6:44.79, just over the 7-minute mark. And there's some of the Spanish team as well. So Mikael Hiduzane Otorino finishes this race, but there is the champion, Vladimir Danilenko, at the front of the field. 4:19.31 for Danilenko. Jacek Czech in second position. Iyad Shalabi in third place with that great finish there, getting it ahead of Roman Bondarenko. The positions for third and fourth changing hands in the last 25 metres, but Danilenko now confirmed as the European champion. Jacek Czech, silver medalist, and the S1 swimmer swimming up against the S2s claims the bronze medal. Iyad Shalabi. So, some more events for us to enjoy. Liz, coming up, there's the champion, Danilenko.
Yeah, and he's in great form there. He looked strong throughout the race. He had a great 100 backstroke, as we said, which showed us what the potential was for the 200. But we've seen it be a lot closer than that in the past. But today he had authority on that one.
So 200 metres individual medley SM5 about to come out. Well, the next race, I think some of the swimmers still clearing the water from the previous event. So might have a little bit of a delay before we get underway for this next one, but it promises to be a good one, this next race, doesn't it? 2 Italians in the middle.
Yeah, if the heats are anything to go by, it will be all eyes on those centre lanes.
I'll be all eyes on the outside lanes to start with, as the swimmers come in from the outside, working their way into the inside. Natalia Pavlikova, medalist in breaststroke, a finalist in breaststroke of the World Champs. Selim Chapuis, again making it into another final. The 19-year-old from France, the 15-year-old Miriam Tunug from Turkey, first of 2 Turkish swimmers in this one. European Championship swimmer from 2016, Irina Deviatova, goes in lane 2. Solène Sache, the second French swimmer, 4th place in the World Championships in 2022. And there's Sevilla Ozturk, great form that she has been in this week, winning the gold medal in the 50 butterfly yesterday. 2 Italians though in the middle, they are going to be tough to beat. Giulia Gueretti Great swim she had in the breaststroke. And in the World Championships in 2022, she was behind this swimmer, Monica Boggioni, who took the gold medal in those World Championships right here in this pool in Madeira. She's won bronze medal in the Paralympic Games in 2021. Monica Boggioni, Giulia Gueretti go in the centre lanes, the two Italians going head to head in this 200 individual medley SM5. Well, difficult to see past the big two in the middle, but as we saw in the heats, Liz, things could change about. The leads could change hands. In the early stages, you might see Ozturk go out to a fast start.
Yeah, there she is, Ozturk. Great butterfly swimmer. And you expect her fast off the block and use that underwater very well with that strong butterfly kick. It's a real opportunity here for a medal for a number of lanes. Sash and Ozturk were very close to each other after the heats this morning. Ozturk will go out, take this one out though, as we said. Gueretti with a very good butterfly as well and a very strong breaststroke. They're probably Giulia Gueretti's best stroke. Monica Boggioni, strong all-rounder. So there's challenges all over the pool, but as expected, Ozturk is leading them through the first 50. She'll turn in a time of 45.17.
Yeah, she's got a big lead, as we might have expected. 45.1 for Ozturk. It's trying to use that backstroke to her advantage as well, and she is going away from the field. Great start here for Ozturk. She's just changing her stroke there, Liz, and that's interesting. It's tough. The lactic acid really builds up on the legs when that's the only things you're using for a 200 metres.
Yeah, and those quads will really start to burn, and the biggest muscles in the body. And so we do have to see that alternating from butterfly kick to alternating kick. There it is on the backstroke, almost as a way of maintaining the endurance throughout the length. Because she'll nearly be on to the breaststroke when she hits the halfway point. Turns there, 138.88. As expected, leading after halfway point. This is probably the crunch time for the swimmers now, this breaststroke leg. Gueretti was the champion in the 100 metres breaststroke. Dipped under the 150 mark for the first time in that, so expect her to charge. Boggioni had an excellent breaststroke as well. Ozturk holding on to the lead at the moment, but you can see the Italian charge behind her.
Then it looks like Boggioni has got the better now of Gueretti, and Ozturk is now in the sights of Boggioni. Boggioni coming past now. Ozturk now will be doing well to hold on to that second position, but here comes Giulia Gueretti as well. But Boggioni is at the front, and this is ominous for the rest of the field. Gueretti will be hoping to be closer to her teammate, I think, going on to the freestyle, because Boggioni is looking good here coming into this final turn. Ozturk holding on. She's got a bit of an advantage over Celine Sash, but the two Italians are way and clear at the front.
Yeah, and Ozturk will need all the advantage she can get, because Celine Sash will finish quickly for France down that freestyle leg, but right now is Boggioni looking strong indeed. Gueretti swimming very well, but it's difficult to see Boggioni being caught with 25 metres to go.
Yeah, Boggioni looking very good. It looks like it's going to be an Italian 1-2. Gueretti clear in second place. Ozturk still clear in third, but they're all trying to come back on her. One lane outside, Ozturk, Deviatova, and across the pool, Celine Sash as well. But here comes Boggioni into the finish. She is going to claim the title. Monica Boggioni will be the European champion. 3:34.73, almost exactly the same time as she did this morning. Just 1/100 shy of that. Giulia Gueretti, 3:45.23. She will claim silver, and the bronze, well, it will go to Ozturk. What a championship she's having. Sevily Ozturk will get in for another medal for Turkey. 3:54 7.94 for her, an improvement on her heat time. It was Deviatova in for 4th and Selene Sash in 5th position. But the two Italians, as expected, Liz, at the front of the field, and Monica Boggioni very, very consistent. 1/100th of a second different from the time she did this morning.
Yeah, and she had a really strong backstroke, a really strong breaststroke, and that was really where she made her move, broke the field, as we see there now. Pavlyukova coming in lane 8 to round this final out. She touches the wall in time of 4:41.77, but the two Italians probably expected it to go like that in terms of the results. Bugretti has been in excellent form this week. She had a good butterfly leg, but shout out to Ozturk with that another medal for Turkey. They're having a great meet tonight, and they expect probably to have another medal chance this evening as well.
Yeah, big chance for them to come up just right next race, but Boggioni way and clear of her compatriot Giulia Gueretti. Both these Italians having great championships and increasing that tally of medals for the Italian team. That was hard work, I think, for Boggioni and Gueretti, but they are the gold and silver medalists in this women's 200 metres individual medley SM5. Similarly, Ozturk takes another medal for Turkey. What a championships that she is having. Well, that one probably went according to the script, Liz. Two Italians out in the front of the field. Certainly, if you'd have written a script for this next race this morning, you wouldn't have predicted a world record being broken in the heats.
Absolutely, but it was a great swim. Let's see what happens tonight.
Coming out from lane 8, Italo Pereira, Paralympic medalist back in Rio in 2016 in his home Paralympic Games. Andrei Gladkov, who was the European champion back 10 years ago in 2014. Andrei Gladkov in lane 7. Another man who's been European champion in the past in this event, that's Evgeny Bodaiko, the champion from 2018. Christian Sadi, the African record holder, the second of the non-Europeans in this final. Federico Biccelli, what can he do? European silver medalist from 2021. He was behind this man, the world champion, Andrei Trusov, took the world title last year ahead of his teammate Yuri Shenhur, who goes in lane number 5, and in the centre in lane number 4, the 17-year-old from Turkey, Turgut Yaraman. What a swim he had in qualification, 107.91, an incredible world record swim, knocking 0.2 of a second off the mark previously held by Trusov. Well, what can we expect tonight, Liz? Turgut Aslan Yaraman in the fast lane, lane 4. World record in the heats. Can we have a repeat tonight?
Well, he's been backing up his swims all week. He's swum very well so far. That world record was impressive. And he'll look to try and take the gold tonight. What has the rest of the field got to respond?
Senior in lane 5. Former world record holder Andrei Trusov's been in great form this week. 2 goals already to his name. The blue cap in the centre of the pool closest to us.
Ranger starts again that we see. Good start from the top of the pool. Boadaiko in lane 7, using his race skills to his advantage as he did this morning. Trusov in lane 3, 3 lanes up from the bottom, has attacked this down the first 25 meters, and he is leading the new world record holder at the moment as they go under the flags and into the turn. They go over, and Trusov 32.42 to Yaraman's 32.67 with Senya 33.62.
Well, Trusov certainly not going to give this one away lightly. Yaraman will be the favourite, but Trusov has still got that little advantage. The former world record holder and the current world record holder coming through now. Trusov with the blue cap. He's fighting all the way. Yaraman still in contention, but Trusov might just be holding off now. They're coming into the last 10 under the flags. It's very close indeed. Trusov and Yaraman coming into the wall absolutely together, and they touch. It's very close, and Trusov gets it. It's 107.60. It is another world record swim. The world record is gone, but this time it's Trusov that has taken it. He is 0.3 off the mark that Yaraman set this morning. Yaraman also inside the old mark, but it's Trusov. He's taken his world record back, and he's a champion again, with Senhur in the bronze medal position.
Well, the question was, what could the field do to respond? And that, quite frankly, is the answer. Andrei Trusov from lane 3 attacked that right from the start signal. Excellent swim, 107.60. His old world record was 108.14, so improvements all round. And Yaraman broke the world record and got silver. And that just shows the quality of that race.
Well, what a competitor Andrei Trusov is. We should never have doubted him, Liz. He has come up with the goods every time he has hit the water in recent years. And he wanted that one. He did not like his world record being taken away from him in the heats this morning. We saw his face after the heats. He looked shocked. And he went out really fast, but Yaraman was coming back with every stroke in the closing stages. Here's the finish. Trusov holding on, Yaraman coming through, and the finish, the stretch from Andrei Trusov was enough by 4/100ths of a second. He's the champion of Europe. He's the world record holder again.
Well, that was incredible racing. Turgut Yaraman didn't do anything wrong. He broke the world record this morning. He came in, he backed that up tonight. He went even quicker, converted from heats for finals, which is all a coach ever asks of you. But it just wasn't enough.
Andrei Trusov takes the title in a new world record time, breaking the mark set by Turgut Yaraman in the heats this morning. Yaraman takes a silver, and it's another medal to Ukraine with Yuri Senhur in the bronze medal position. Well, what about that one, Liz? What about that? My goodness.
It was incredible.
What a great race there from Andrei Trusov. Well, medal ceremonies to come. Liz and I will catch our breath and leave you with the next medal presentation.
Bronze medalists, neutral para-athletes.
Medalha de bronze para o para-atleta neutro,
Andrei Nikolev. Silver medalist, representing Greece.
medalha de prata em representação da Grécia.
Dimosthenis Michelintzakis. Gold medalist and European champion, representing Israel.
E a medalha de ouro em campeão europeu em representação de Israel,
Mark Malia. Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Israel.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional.
the victory ceremony for the men's 50 meters backstroke S3.
Cerimónia de entrega de medalhas dos 50 metros costas S3.
Bronze medalist representing France,
E a medalha de bronze em representação de França.
Dimitri Grandjou. Silver medalist representing Germany,
E a medalha de prata em representação da Alemanha.
Josia Tim Alexander Top. Gold medalist and European champion representing Ukraine,
E a medalha de ouro e campeão europeu em representação da Ucrânia.
Denis Ostapchenko. Please rise if you're able for the national anthem of Ukraine.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional da Ucrânia.
Madeira, your medalists.
Madeira, os atletas medalhados.
The victory ceremony for the women's 50 meters backstroke S Please rise if you are able for the national anthem of Great Britain.
Por favor, levantem, se possível, para o hino nacional da Grã-Bretanha.
Madeira, your medalists.
Madeira, as forças medalhadas.
Well, just 2 finals left here in Funchal this evening. First up will be the men's 100-meter freestyle.
Our men's 100 freestyle are about to come out for our final 2 finals of this day 4 competition. Again, promises to be a really close contest again. Well, certainly for the silver and bronze medals, it's hard to see past the world record holder for the gold in this men's event. That's Simone Barlam, who's been dominant in this 100 freestyle in recent years. Italians having a good day. You know where we are with the medals, Liz? Well, you've been listening to the anthems?
I have been listening to the anthems. We've heard Italy's, we've heard Ukraine's, we've heard the Netherlands, Germany's, Great Britain's, Israel's, Azerbaijan's, Switzerland's, and Ireland's.
Oh, very good. I will check that with the official medal table soon. So S9 about to come out. There's Jose Maria Alcaraz. He was a European champion in this event back in 2011. And his compatriot, Hero Shrek Martinez. On the other side of the pool, 2 Spanish swimmers, the 2 bookends in this one. Thomas Navarro Barber making his debut here for the GB team at these championships. He goes in lane 7. Bogdan Mozgovoy, European bronze medalist back in 2021. Yar Sholkanau goes in lane number 6, Paralympic medalist in backstroke. Ugo Didier with a good heat swim, came from behind in the heats. World Championship silver medalist. 2 lanes across from him, the World Championship bronze medalist Malte Braunschweig of Germany, and the world record holder from Italy goes in the centre lane, and that is Simone Barlam.
This is the men's 100 meters freestyle.
Simone Barlam has been really dominant in this 100 freestyle. He set the world record here at the World Championships in 2022. An incredibly impressive time, 52.23. Barlam in the middle lane, the Italian. One of the 3 World Championship medalists are in 3, 4 and 5. Barlam the champion, Didier the silver medalist, and Braunschweig the bronze medalist from last year. 52.23, world record holder, goes in lane number 4.
Well, away well in 5 was Braunschweig. He got the best reaction time, but once they were up and into the strokes already, that familiar blue hat of Simone Barlam is at the front of the field. It's about half a body length up on Brunswick now as we go into the final 5 meters of the first 50. Turns at 25.8 from Brunswick, 26.95 with Moscovoy, 27.25, just 2 100ths ahead of Didier.
It's very, very close here, but Simone Barlam is the one to beat. He is the world record holder. I wonder how close he can get to his own world record mark. He's stretching away from the others. It's very close for the silver medal position, but it is going to be Simone Barlam now into the wall. He's going to claim another European title in a time of 53.45. It's Didier who gets in for the silver, 55.71. And a great finish from Moscovoy to keep him in third position, 56.38, just ahead of Braunschweig, who swims 56.67 for fourth place. But Barlam, well, what a swim it was, and he dominated that one from the front. Oh, but Liz, we're just looking at that on the scoreboard. Liz, there is a disqualification and disappointment in the face of Simone Barlam there. It looks like the champion may have been disqualified in this one, Liz.
Well, we'll watch the replay. Not that we can do anything about it by watching the replay, but we'll watch the replay to see if we can see anything that might give a reason as to why that could be.
Freestyle event, it's got to be the start, hasn't it?
Well,
was there a
you
twitch at the
say
start?
that. Remember that time? Remember were we in Funchal? Where were we when someone got disqualified on the freestyle? It wasn't the start. It was that they didn't have their tattoo covered up. Remember?
Oh yeah, it was Funchal actually. You're right. Yeah, in 2016. So interesting. But Didier, as it stands, is the European champion. Moscovoy, the silver medalist in Europe, and Braunschweig is the bronze medalist. So the great champion Simone Barlam. Well, he was well ahead at the turn there. Didier, with that white cap, was in second position. In fact, he was fourth position at the turn. Came through into second at the end. And lane 5, well, that was Braunschweig with that tight battle with Schalkenau at the end. And there is Simone Barlam. Well, that's an interesting one.
Didier did that in the heat, didn't he? He turned 6th and finished 2nd. He went out a bit quicker tonight, but still 4th to 2nd.
Oh, there is your European champion. Everyone looks, well, just a bit confused about the whole thing, but Didier has done it. Hugo Didier is the European champion. Bogdan Mostovoy, silver medalist, Malte Braunschweig with the bronze, and the world record holder Simone Barlam disqualified in that final.
In lane 1, representing Spain, Anastasia Dimitrov.
Well, the women are coming out very quickly for their 100 freestyle final. Agata Poli, world championship medalist last year in the relay for France. Anastasia Dimitrov, the 15-year-old breaststroke champion last year. She goes in lane number 1. Sarai Gascon is coming out into lane number 7. Her Spanish teammate. Great record in this event. Again, 6 times a medalist in this event at the European Championships. Sarai Gascon. Emma Mecic, the Croatian medalist last year in the 400 freestyle. The 17-year-old goes in 2. Florian Bulcher in 6. They're in the yellow and the orange, sorry, of the Netherlands. Record holder, record breaker in the 50 metres breaststroke. There's Belando Nicholson from Australia in lane 4. Naraya Marquez Soto we saw in lane 5. And Victoria Bianco in lane 3. So there's Mecic. Bianco, the Italian. Belando Nicholson, the fastest into this final. Marquez Soto. Bulcher, the Netherlands swimmer. Gascon from Spain. And Agata Poli, we saw her come out. The French swimmer in lane number 8. So the non-European fastest into this final. Sarai Gascon has won the last 3 European titles. She goes in lane 7. Marquez Soto in lane number 5. Sarai Gascon, still the European record holder, 102.77. Set that in the Tokyo Paralympic Games.
Well, a good start up there in 7 from Gascon. Off to a great start. Less than 1.5 seconds separating the entire field after the heats this morning. And it is Bulcher who broke that Europe going out quickly down this first 50. It looks like it will be those two into the turn. Coming back strongly is the Australian Belando Nicholson. At the turn 30.91 ahead of Bulcher, 30.99 with Marcus Soto 31.25.
It's all very, very close here as they come down to this second 50. Look at that, everyone in a row here. Sarai Gascon going really, really well. Can she win another European title? The great Spanish swimmer. She's right up there in lane number 7. Dimitriev in the nearest to us, but in the middle as well. It is Belando Nicholson, but it is Gascon, 103.91. Marcus Soto in second, and Belando Nicholson in 104.76 in third position. Another victory for Sarai Gascon. Another victory for the Spaniards. It's 1 and 2 for Spain. 103.91 for Sarai Gascon. She wins another European title, her 4th European title in a row, her 7th medal in this event over the years. Ryan Marcus Soto, great swim from her. Belando Nicholson was good as well in the centre for Australia, and Bulcher will claim the European bronze behind the Australian as she finished in 4th position, just ahead of Emma Micic.
Well, the lead changed hands a number of times in that one. Gascon at the front at the turn and at the finish. But in that final 25 metres, it was tit for tat at one point. And this is Dimitriev, who ended up finishing 7th with 10 metres to go. Looked like she was sat in 2nd position. So what a race. It lived up to its billing. But in the end, Gascon, from that shot, looks like she won comfortably. 0.78 of a second is how that looks in real life.
Well, like a clear win from Sarai Gascon. What a great competitor. Oh, it's almost a look of relief there on the face, but that was a superb swim from Sarai Gascon. She is the European champion for the 4th time in a row. 103.91 for Sarai Gascon. Naraya Marcus Soto, another medal for her. 1 and 2 for Spain. And the European bronze will go to Florian Bulcher from the Netherlands. Great swim as well from Victoria Belando Nicholson to get 3rd place. She'll get an open bronze medal for her efforts tonight. Well, a bit of drama to finish us off with, Liz. The final swimming action. We'll see if we can bring you any news about that disqualification for Simone Barlam, if we get anything to let us know why the disqualification takes place. But for the time being, please enjoy these medal ceremonies and celebrate the successes of these athletes. So stick around for the final action here from Madeira on day 4. We'll leave you with these medal ceremonies for the time being.
Silver medalist representing Czechia.
E a medalha de prata em representação da Chequia.
Ernest Petrček. Gold medalist and European champion, neutral para-athlete.
E a medalha de ouro e campeão europeu para o para-atleta neutro,
Roman Zada. Rise, if you're able, for the national anthem of Germany.
Por favor, levantem-se, se
E aí?
possível, para o hino nacional da Alemanha.
Madeira, your medalists.
Madeira, os atletas medalhados.
The victory ceremony for the men's 200 meters freestyle S2.
Cerimônia de entrega de medalhas dos 200 metros livres masculinos S2.
Bronze medalist, representing Israel,
Medalha de bronze em representação de Israel,
Ayad Shalabi. Silver medalist, representing Poland,
medalha de prata em representação da Polónia,
Jacek Czech. Gold medalist and European champion, neutral para-athlete.
medalha de ouro e campeão europeu para o para-atleta neutro,
Vladimir Danilenko. Madeira, your medalists.
Madeira, os atletas medalhados.
The victory ceremony for the women's 200 meters individual medley SM5.
Cerimônia de entrega de medalhas dos 200 metros estilos femininos SM5.
Bronze medalist representing Turkey,
Medalha de bronze em representação da Turquia,
Sevile Ozturk. Silver medalist, representing Italy.
Medalha de prata em representação de Itália.
Giulia Giretti. Gold medalist and European champion, representing Italy.
Medalha de ouro e campeã europeia em representação de Itália.
Monica Baggioni. Please rise if you're able for the national anthem of Italy.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional de Itália.
Madeira, your medalists.
Madeira, os vossos medalhados.
The victory ceremony for the men's 100 meters backstroke S7.
Cerimónia de entrega de medalhas da prova dos 100 metros costas masculinos S7.
Bronze medalist, representing Ukraine.
Medalha de bronze em representação da Ucrânia.
Yuri Shenha. Silver medalist, representing Turkey.
Medalha de prata em representação da Turquia.
Turgut Aslan Yaraman. Gold medalist and European champion, representing Ukraine.
Medalha de ouro e campeão europeu em representação da Ucrânia.
Andrei Trusov. Please rise if you're able for the national anthem of Ukraine.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional da Ucrânia.
Madeira, your medalists.
Madeira, os atletas medalhados.
The victory ceremony for event 85, the men's 100 meters freestyle S9, is under protest. The victory ceremony will be postponed for today. A new victory ceremony will be arranged for tomorrow.
Peço a vossa atenção, os resultados da prova 85, os 100 metros livres masculinos S9 encontram-se sob protesto, pelo que a cerimónia protocolar de entrega de medalhas da prova em questão será então adiada para o dia de amanhã.
The victory ceremony for the women's 100 meters freestyle S9.
Cerimónia de entrega de medalhas da prova dos 100 metros livres femininos S9.
Please rise if you're able for the national anthem of Spain.
Por favor, levantem-se, se possível, para o hino nacional de Espanha.
Madeira, your medalists.
Madeira, as atletas medalhadas.
And that, I think, Liz, is the final action of tonight, day 4 of competition. You may have overheard that that medal ceremony for the men's 100 S9 has been postponed because it is under protest, so we'll find out all about that tomorrow. It's been a good night though, Liz, hasn't it? 3 world records, fantastic swimming all across the board.
Yeah, and some new countries on that medal table. A range of different national anthems here.
Yeah, and it is the Italians who are just ahead in terms of gold, still just maintaining that lead of 1 over Ukraine. Another medal for Great Britain tonight, another gold for them. Spain have had a good night. What a swim there from Sarai Gascon, keeping up that record of winning in every European Championships for the last 7 occasions. As we go down, I don't think we added anybody to the gold medal table today. I don't think, Liz. Switzerland got another gold, so Nora Meister taking them into 2 golds now and to clear at the 10th position on that medal podium. But we did add a couple of bronze medals. Estonia there with Mats Topkin getting that one, and Slovakia also getting onto the medal podium as well. So that is the end of the action for day 4. We are now officially into the second half of this 2024 Paraswimming European Open Championship. It's been a great day of action. We will be back at 9:30 in the morning, so please join us just before 9:30 in the morning when myself and Liz will be back online to bring you more action from day 5 of this competition. 3 world records today. Let's hope for some more tomorrow. We saw one in the heats this morning, so don't miss the heats tomorrow morning. Join us then, 9:25 local time. Bye for now. Join us in the morning.